Welcome back. In this lesson, I'm going to talk about how to install Docker using the Google Shell. Okay, so in the previous lessons, we installed apps using native OS, and I demonstrated how to do that using the GUI as well as the shell. So here, moving forward, we're going to install Docker. And then of course, we'll play with images and we'll get those images installed on the VM as well. So in order to do this, let me go ahead and from within my Ubuntu, let's go ahead and do sudo apt get install. And this is the command, by the way. And then I'm going to type in docker.io and hit the enter key. And it's going to read the package lists. It's going to build the dependency tree. And of course, asks me, do you want to continue? So I'm going to say yes. I'm just going to go ahead and pull Docker and install it. It's relatively a straightforward process and works pretty fast, so you don't have to wait that long. So next, let me go ahead and verify. So clear out of here and do a sudo docker images just to see whether we have any images or not at this point. And right now it's just blank, right? So the repository is blank. There are no tags, no image ID, no created date, no size, so nothing at this point. Obviously, the next logical step is to pull the Nginx. So I'm going to do sudo docker pull, and that's the pull command. And then, of course, our Nginx. Hit the enter key, and it's going to start pulling the package from the library. Now, this may take long depending upon the size. Perfect. And it shows me the status where it says downloaded newer image for Nginx, which is the latest. Great. So now if I were to run the docker images command again, it will show me the Nginx. Okay, so let's go ahead and do sudo docker images, same command that we ran earlier. Hit the enter key, and notice it shows me the Nginx latest image ID, and of course the created date and the size. So with this, now that I have an image, I can ship it or send it to any other platform. And of course, I need to containerize also, right, before I do this. So place them into containers, which are simply boxes, so I can have images, and then images go into containers, and then the containers are shipped out to the cloud, whether on Docker Hub, for instance, and then from Docker Hub to any other platform. And they run in their own spaces, right? So they're independent of each other. So each container has its own set of dependencies, code, everything built into that particular container only. So short lesson on how to go about installing Docker and then verifying whether we have an image or not, and then of course installing the image as well. So I hope this helps practice, and let's move to the next lesson.